Have you told your friends that you see ghosts?
Oh, absolutely not.
Gina Rodriguez returns in Not Dead Yet.
I'm back, baby!
Who is up?
Oh, she's the obituary writer.
And Brad Garrett joins the brilliant ensemble cast.
Titan, Maverick, Titan of all Mavericks. These are all words used to describe me.
Not Dead Yet. Season premiere. Tonight, 8:30, 7:30 Central on ABC. And stream on Hulu.
It's the episode that I know most of you have been really hoping that we would do one of these days, and now we're finally doing it. We're going to talk about Teen Witch.
We're going to be talking about the prequel, Tween Witch.
Tween Witch. So, holy shit, this movie, guys.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's you, Scott. Just say what you sent to me already today because it sums up the movie in a beautiful sentence.
What did I say? I don't even remember.
This movie's nothing but hairspray and hormones.
I'm so much more clever when I'm not on the mic, but God, I love this movie. It's so good.
So
I hate this movie. I don't know how you don't, especially you, Scott. I would expect you to hate this movie, and
why?
I'm sure
It's awesome.
Because if you're going to have a movie with a lot of musical numbers, hire someone who's not to write the music. Let's just start there.
Okay, how can you say that I Like Boys is not a fucking amazing piece of music?
Wait, we're jumping way too ahead. There's like 4 notes before I got to.
There is no way we're doing chronological order on this episode. There's no way.
No. You don't want to talk about that sexy saxophone and 80s music video intro that's apparently how she dreams?
Oh, no, we can. We're just doing a memento this episode. But we're going to jump like the end, the beginning. There's so much to talk about.
This is Memento with saxophone. Every song.
Okay, so there's in my mind, there's 3 key things that need to be discussed, and then there's a lot of other really important things to talk about. But the key things are obviously you got to talk about almost every single one of these songs.
Oh yeah,
you got to talk about the little brother.
Oh please, no! Actually, he's my least favorite part of the movie.
And you got to talk about how Zelda Rubinstein's character is like so a villain in any other movie. Like,
yeah. How is she the fairy godmother?
Like every piece of her advice, she's just like, "Oh, you can get anything you want. You can get revenge on everyone who ever made fun of you." And I'm like, "What is this? How is she the good guy in this?"
Yeah.
And then she fucks a frog.
When the next time you see her after the frog to a prince scene, she's making food, and Louise comes in and is like, "Is that a potion?" She's like, "No, it's goulash or something like that." And I'm like, I thought it was the perfect opportunity for her to go deadpan. It's frog soup.
You're right.
Like, it's just so lost.
So I know you hate the brother, and
yeah, because it's played by a 50-year-old lesbian woman. How is that a young boy?
But he has without a doubt my 2 favorite line deliveries in this entire movie, and I wrote them both down. The one is, "No one's coming to your sweet 16 party."
But that's
Louise.
exactly it. Why does he sound like an old woman that has smoked for so long? She's like, "You better clean this up before mom and dad yell at you." I don't care if they yell at me. Tell them to yell at me all they want.
And then the other one I love is right before he gets turned into the cutest fucking dog.
Oh my God, cute dog alert.
He goes, "You think you're hot stuff because you went to a dance, but you're not cool. You're a dog! A dog!" The brother's literally played by fucking Buster Poindexter in
But like, what bothers me is in movies when there's a transformation, there's that like great like, I'm waking up, and then like they look at their hands or something's noticed. This guy's like transformed. He's like, oh, I'm a dog immediately.
And he's like, I even smell like a dog, and I'm like, that's the best smell in the world of like a dog. Come on,
better than that shit pizza you're making on the fucking dining room table.
The pizza is like the biggest pizza, and I think that it had strawberries, tomato sauce, and marshmallows on it.
So I don't want to copy too much of any other podcast because multiple podcasts have covered this. But I can't remember which one it was, but they were talking about that pizza, and they're like, this kid is at least 13. Like, he is way too old for this pizza. Like, this is a 6-year-old left at home with no one to guide them pizza.
It's ridiculous.
So I want to talk about the rapping kids.
We're jumping right to that, huh?
Okay, we need to do a little preamble here. First of all, the title on the back of the DVD that I purchased in order to watch this film, by the way, which was like the best $6 I ever spent on a DVD in my life, except for that time that I bought May, because that's Brian and Matt know the off-screen or the off-air story of how awesome it is to watch May with Anyway, so on the back of this, in big bold print, it says, for her, trouble comes supernatural, which I fucking love. It's so good. But
stupid.
It's so good, but so dumb. Yeah, I mean, like, this movie knows exactly what it is. By the way, Brian, you know why you don't appreciate this movie, besides the fact that you're a goddamn heathen? It's that no, a child would love this. You're just a bad person.
Yes. Wait, I'm a bad person? Every male character in this movie just ignores basic human rights. Yeah. Like, whether it's a nerdy kid that's just like openly trying to rape her and was like, how would you like it if you got molested? He's like, I'd love it. Or like a teacher that's just going through her personal stuff and mocking a young girl for taking birth control.
Yeah, like, who the fuck are you, dude?
Oh, yeah, no, the teacher's a real dick.
Like, he's like way more of a dick than he needed to be for her to get her revenge on him. But before we get too far, so this movie is a musical. Like, it's a modern musical. That's the way that you need to walk into this film. Right?
That is how I walked into it, and they didn't put any effort into the music.
It doesn't mean anything. It's still fun.
You just gave them all the lyrics to We Like Boys by giving them the title. That is how bad this movie is.
No. Look, I Like Boys.
before I Like Boys, we are introduced to the rapping kids, and they're rapping the high school blues.
Oh my God.
Which sounds suspiciously like the Monster Squad rap. I'm just going to go ahead and say it.
Yeah, all of the shit that they rap sounds like the Monster Squad rap.
It's like, I'm sitting around inside my school, don't want to go to class, that's not cool. They're dancing to the rap music is the best part, because it's
also,
just
how
like
are they doubling their voices live.
Yeah.
Oh,
but it is the 80s rappiest of 80s rap.
Oh, so good.
I wish there was one black person in this film that just looked with just a deadpan face at every time those white kids tried to rap.
But here's the thing, is that there's no black person in this film. I saw none.
Yeah, because that evil witch, she was racist.
So I want to say my favorite rap line in the entire movie, though, is a Roger, a love wand, a joystick, a dong, a zipper lizard, tallywhack, a trouser snake schlong.
I actually enjoyed that part.
Okay, here we go.
I don't hate this movie. I do.
Can't. It's so good.
I hate it, but it wasn't. It was like a smile ear to ear, as much like I despise this. The whole
I smiled from ear to ear. Holy fuck! Like, I watched this. This is like, if someone is suicidal, you show them Teen Witch, and they'll be like, I have a reason to live. It is.
I'm hot. You're not.
No. Like, I almost rewound to write down the cock nickname rap, but I knew that Matt was gonna have my back on it, so I didn't.
That's what I had to look up on IMDb before we record. I was like, I'm not gonna write this down. There's no way that someone didn't put this up there and there.
Oh man. So I have to talk, we have to talk about that intro dream song, right? So that's the first song that introduces you to the omnipresent sax solo in this. This movie is just a sax solo with speaking in between when the guy gets a breath. So that song is great because it shows up later and it goes, never gonna be the same again. Never gonna be the same again. It's basically what happens when you watch this film for the first time. You are forever changed. Oh man, I love it. So the teacher. So my notes are chronological. So fuck you guys for trying to memento this because I'm going chronologically. So I have something about this teacher here where this is a direct quote. Do you think I have nothing better to do than stand here and teach senior English? And I'm like, yeah, dude, it's your fucking job.
Yeah, you get paid to do it.
Yeah, like, but then then he like makes fun of her because she's a smart kid. She's a sophomore. She's about to turn 16, right? So she's a sophomore in senior English, and he hates her. And I'm like, you are a piece of shit. You should be proud of her for having the initiative. But anyway, so then
do your impression of him again. I like that. It's like Marvin the Martian and Vincent Price had a child. Okay, nerd.
My modulator.
Oh man,
my modulator is terribly cool.
I was thinking I was gonna take off all of the stickers on the bottom of my skateboard and just put one statement in the middle, you know, like Marvin the Martian. Oh no shit, I do Marvin the Martian.
I can do Marvin the Martian.
You guys got coke here? America. So speaking of ditzy girls, we get the first legit dance sequence. Like the first one is a dream, but this is the first real life dance sequence where there's like it's no longer in reality, right? So it's, hey cheerleaders, I got the new cheer, so fab. And then they do this spontaneous dance number when like apparently, and I'm just kind of inferring this, and I'm sorry if I'm talking real loud because I'm having a good fucking time with it. But they're like, they have to wear these unitards. They're like one-piece bathing suits for gym or something. Is that what I'm getting?
Well, I'm also confused by, like, I think they're performing the cheer, but, like, look, I never played a lot of sports, but if I'm trying to play basketball and the cheerleaders are just like, I like boys, I'm like, this is not giving me pep right now.
It's giving me some pep, you know what I'm saying? Every dude would be like, they are DTF.
Yeah.
Because actually, you probably want to cut that because people won't catch the sarcasm in my voice. But then this movie is equally sexist and hormonally charged for men and women because as soon as we get this ridiculous dance number, which I had the best time watching. Like, seriously, if I was depressed, you watch this movie and you can't be depressed anymore. Like, I don't mean chemically depressed. I mean if you're having a bad day. You know, if you're just like down and it's a rainy day in November and it's just that slushy bullshit and you're like, God, I got nothing to do. You put on Teen Witch and then you're like, I think I'm going to clean the house. I think I'm going to bake a cake. I think that life is awesome. So anyway, then Brad.
And it does make sense. Hold on a second. I just want to throw out there. If you're sitting there wondering, how did they go from heavy metal horror to Teen Witch? It's a musical, baby.
Yeah, so this
segue.
It's supposed to be the female version of Teen Wolf, and
which
really
was not a musical.
No,
it was not a musical,
but it follows the exact same plot, and I'm totally cool with it.
I definitely think Teen Wolf is a better movie, but Teen Witch is a more absurd movie.
Yeah, well, that's why I like it.
What would make this movie great is if they just did it in full drag and called it Queen Witch, and I would have a great time.
Man, if we could have RuPaul and Zelda Rubinstein spot, she'd just be like, yes! It'd be amazing. It would basically just be a RuPaul vehicle. Oh, man. Could we have the mean girl be, oh, fuck. Who was the one who was like had the fake Russian accent, and she pulled off off half of her wig a couple seasons ago, and she had like a pentagram carved into her forehead.
I think you're talking to two people who've never watched a single episode of RuPaul's
What?
Drag Race.
But I want to now.
Yeah, I want to really
RuPaul's
badly.
Drag Race fucking rules. Don't watch the like, the not the best of seasons, like the. They have regular seasons and then they have bonus seasons where the people that lost the previous seasons get to come back or something. Don't watch those because those are drama city. I mean, there's a lot of drama in the later seasons anyway, but the first, like, I want to say 5 or 6 seasons, Megan and I ate that shit up. We haven't really followed lately, but yeah, dude. Yeah, watch RuPaul's Drag Race. It fucking rules. Anyway, so we go from the I Like Boys dance routine, which is somehow a cheer routine, immediately to Brad just happening to take off his shirt and do push-ups on the football field, which is just like, okay, if we're going to objectify girls, we're going to objectify boys. But the thing is that the girls are not nearly as sexually mature as Brad. Brad has like the most beautiful muscles you've ever seen. He's oiled up. He's like just throwing the football through a tire. You're just like, man, I am embarrassed. I'm 36 and I've never looked like that.
And Brad was also in a great comedy movie called Son-in-Law, which also starred Graham Jarvis, who was in Mr. Mom with Michael Keaton, who was in Beetlejuice.
Booyah.
Jesus Christ.
I'm going to fast forward through the not very funny sex ed class with like Sparky Sperm and Edna the Egg. And
the rap is about the extent of the comedy in that scene.
And that's fine. It really makes up for the weirdness.
But you know who that woman is, right? Because she's the most, to me, she's one of the more notable people in this.
There's no one more notable than Zelda fucking Rubinstein, all right?
Yeah, but second place is the lady from Donnie Darko that's like all about sparkle motion.
That's her?
Yeah, that's the sexy ed teacher. I'm like
the sexy ed teacher, man.
The sexy ed teacher.
Grow up, Matt.
All right, so hey kids, welcome to your harvest dance. Time to sow some wild oats. That's pretty inappropriate, Mr. DJ.
Yeah.
But then, so this guy who you guys ever watch Good Mythical Morning on YouTube? Megan loves that shit.
No,
it's like this. It's like one of the #1 daily YouTube channels, and it's these guys, Rhett and Link, and they are best friends from growing up, and they just do weird stuff. I mean, they like try food from around the world, and it's relatively fun. But Megan slogs through it every day, and then like maybe every 2 weeks, she's like, "Hey, this was a funny episode. Let's watch it together," and then I'll watch it.
Scott, you ready for your brain to like explode out of your asshole?
I mean, sure.
So the little brother.
Yeah.
He's appeared.
He's familiar.
He's the little kid in Near Dark.
Yeah.
And he's also one of the little kids in Halloween 3.
What?
Yeah, but it gets more important. He is, let me look this up real quick just to be sure. He is the writer of Final Girls.
Wow.
Holy fuck balls.
Yeah.
He really did well for himself. Good job, guy from Teen Witch. Arguably the most successful of the living cast members.
Basically, yeah.
All right, so where was I? We were talking about
the sexy ed teacher.
No, we were talking about Good Mythical Morning with Rhett and Link. So
yes.
The nerdy, so the hot girl, most popular girl in school, Kiki, is that her name? I don't know, whatever, doesn't matter. So the hottest girl in school who's dating Brad, for those of you who have not watched this masterpiece of cinema, she asks Louise to be the date for her cousin who's in town, and he's like this nerdy rapist, and so he's like so out of sorts, because you'd think that he'd be like nerdy and unable to talk to girls, but instead he belches in her face when she opens the door, and then it's like, hey, hot stuff, and he like I fucks her, and then they go to the dance, and he's like, "You want to smoke some weed?" And I'm like,
That's what.
dude,
Yeah,
calm
they
your
could
shit,
not
dude.
figure out. They could not figure out what his issue was, so they just gave him like 4 different character types issues simultaneously.
Yeah. But the thing is that he's kind of a handsome dude. You know, like he looks like Link from Good Mythical Morning. That's the reason I mentioned it. And he's like a handsome dude. They just made him like.
I thought you were gonna say he looks like Link, from Zelda fame.
Hey, if anybody hasn't listened to my 8-bit Nintendo metal, there you go. So anyway, then he says the craziest shit. So the first legit spell that Louise does is to make Brad come over to her and talk to her at this harvest dance. And so they go outside, and he's like, "Will you help me with my English homework?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, sure." And then creepy wiener dude comes up and is like, "Hey, I got the car keys. Let's go." And she's like, "Oh, okay." And he's like, "I can drive through a fog like a hog with a heart on." And is that a phrase? It's not a phrase. I don't know. But then he suggests that she blow him while he drives, and then she makes him disappear. And I hope that actually lasts forever, because he's a monster. Because you know how Zelda Rubinstein says when Louise goes to see her after her witch powers start to show up, she's like, "Oh, most of your early spells won't last, and they're negated by water." He didn't get anywhere near water, so that guy's gone forever, which is awesome.
Well, no, he's not gone forever. He actually just won a seat in the Supreme Court.
You made the joke I wanted to. Wow,
all right.
Keep that shit. Horror movie night. Political AF. All right. So anyway, so we got this cute dog alert when the little brother who eventually wrote Final Girls, thanks for that, bro, got turned into a dog. And then she goes, "They kill dogs at the pound." And I'm like, no, they don't. They go to a farm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian, let's not ever talk about your time at the SPCA.
Why am I laughing?
So we're right about the voodoo doll scene is what I've got next after all this.
Well, she almost cast a spell to make Brad fall in love with her. And if
Then
you
she
heard
backs out.
the rule that Scott just said, it's really flawed, because once they consummate the love, there's a very high chance that
He would get
he will
water
fall
on
out, he will
Oh
fall
my
out of this
God.
spell.
Well, like, Jesus.
Scott doesn't get it. I get it.
I got it.
So I'm supposed to laugh at your Brett Kavanaugh joke, but I'm not allowed to laugh at his dick getting wet joke. Okay.
So here's the thing, and this is like where me as the writer, if I was writing this movie, would have made a dramatic change, right? So she's sitting there, and she's like trying to make this guy fall in love with her, right? And then she sits down with Zelda Rubinstein, and she's just like, "Oh yeah, you can make anybody love you. You can make your own money, like blah blah blah," which kind of goes against like most of the rules of wishing. Like if we're going like from genie rules, which like, come on, how much more of an emotional moment would it be for this movie if she's like, "Oh, you have no ability to make people love you," and then she's like, "Oh, so he loved me all along," and it's like this beautiful moment, but instead she's got the world's worst godmother that's just like, "Oh yeah, no, there's nothing illegal with forcing someone to love you through magic."
Yeah,
Who cares?
Yeah. Here's the thing about The Craft is that there are some nice hard and fast rules about witches in there. They don't apply to Teen Witch. And you know what? I don't even care. Don't try and piss on my parade.
That you're not bothered by how the voodoo doll works in this movie?
You mean when he goes through a car wash at the end?
Yes. That doesn't bother you. That doesn't annoy you. That it's just conveniently placed voodoo magic. The mom puts him through the wash as he's walking past the car wash, where she unbuttons it.
It's Teen Witch.
You know what though? This whole movie just plays out like one of the like more forgettable episodes of Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
No, because there was no awesome talking cat.
Oh man, if they would have added a talking cat to this movie, oh man, I think Brian would have liked it.
I would have. It had to be Salem, though.
No.
Yeah.
All
And
right,
that
so-
puppet does not hold up. Watching it like 20 years later, you're like, man, that puppet
like-
looks like shit.
It's like
But that's
watching a
so
Chuck
weird.
E. Cheese fucking show where like there's sparks coming out of the mouth and it's half opening. It's like half articulating.
Are we almost at the top of that scene? Because
Yes,
I
my
had
note,
so
my next
many
note
notes.
is OMG, here we go. And then in all caps with spaces between every letter, top that.
So here's the thing with the top that sequence, and this is why, I mean, it obviously has to be mentioned because it's probably the most infamous scene in the movie, but like with a reason, because you know, like let's talk about like another infamous moment in like an otherwise kind of bad movie, like the garbage day sequence.
Garbage day.
Like it's just like a 5-second thing you watch, you're like, okay, that's kind of weird. You don't need to like overanalyze that scene. There are so many pieces to why this top that sequence is phenomenally bad. Like,
So great. Oh.
like the song itself, horrendous. The dance moves and the clothes, horrendous. The girl's verse, even worse. Like
Yes.
it's just like stacks upon stacks of garbage. I'm gonna pull up the lyrics for her verse because I'm sure someone has them online.
Of
oh
course
man, it'd be so easy to fucking find those. Oh man, oh god, I love this movie so much. It's so painful. I was live messaging Matt because I wasn't gonna message Brian because I knew that he's a fucking stick in the mud and wouldn't love it like I do.
So first, here's the lyrics that they're singing. I'm the king, and they know it. When I snap my fingers, everybody says, show it. I'm hot, and you're not. But if you want to hang with me, I will
I'll
give you one shot.
Top that.
So then she comes in, and she goes, supersonic, idiotic, disconnected, not respected. Who would really ever want to go and top that? It's such a waste of pretty face. You're hanging with no one's face. Wish I could look and really stop that. Top that. Stop that. I don't really give a about trying to top that.
Top that.
Oh man, they keep censoring the word "fuck," and they don't.
No, she doesn't say fuck. The thing is that they just do a space.
Hold on.
It's a pause, and that's what makes it so good because this movie is so wholesome.
I don't know if there's literally a 1 in a million shot that this guy is listening to our show. But if you are, Jack Jones, I need to give you a shout out because I am on that scene's YouTube post. And this guy, Jack Jones, last year wrote, Snoop, it's Marvin, your cousin, Marvin Dog. You know that new sound you're looking for? Well, listen to this. Oh, my God.
Holy shit! I was not prepared.
Oh, shit.
The more
Can
I
we
talk
talk about that particular scene because
love it. Oh god damn.
there's so many questions. Like
and no answers. No answers.
that's
There's
a-
no answer.
it's your cousin Marvin Berry. Like, who calls any cousin like that? Like,
Hey, I'm your cousin that you've never spoken to on the phone. Don't you recognize my voice?
I'm gonna start calling Brian every day and just being like, "Hey, Brian, it's your brother, Matt Kelly." Like,
Do you remember the John Mulaney when he's going through how fucked up that entire movie is? Someone pitching that movie, and he's like, and we're also going to imply that a white person wrote Chuck Berry music, so we're going to take that away from him.
I just remember, I forget who it was, but when I was in LA, I saw a stand-up comedian talking about all the issues that he has with that movie, and he's like, you know, like Marty McFly has this Polaroid of a bunch of kids standing around a well, and the kids just slowly disappear. Like in the alternate timeline, someone was just like, man, I got to get a picture of this well. Like,
We have definitely talked about this before. And I don't even care. It's so true.
You look at so many plot holes, and the most obvious one that I never realized until John Mulaney said it was when he was doing the pitch, and he's like, so he's this high school kid, and his best friend is, you know, a disgraced scientist. Is this kid also a student? No.
Oh God, I love John Mulaney and Back to the Future. We've talked about this. Back to the
Yeah.
Future, A-okay, my book.
All three.
Hot take here. Back to
Hot
the
take
Future movie.
Tuesday. Hot take Tuesday.
Yo, this is the most hype I think we've ever been on an episode. Do we have
Oh.
anything else? We've gone 32 minutes.
Because we didn't roll out of bed to record. We are just, I am on my 7th cup of coffee today.
I just had one of the worst days of my work life. I'm like, let's talk Teen Witch, baby.
Yeah.
I got opinions and I'm going to share them.
And all of them are nice. That's what's so great.
Yeah, everyone wants to point out the flaws in my life. Well, let me tell you about Teen Witch. You want to talk about flaws?
The only other note, because I kind of just got sucked into the movie after Top That, is I guess it's the last song. There might be a couple more, but
We're
I'm
missing.
gonna be the most popular girl.
It's not the last song, but I also have that. I wrote it out phonetically so I'd remember too. Is I'm gonna be the most popular girl. I fucked it up because popular girl.
They all sound like songs I make up on my way to an event that I'm going to. I'm going to the dance and they're going to think I'm cool, Brian. This song's never came true.
Oh,
They
man.
never panned out.
So we're missing the part where to get cool, she goes to the Shayna World Tour, and it's a Shayna World Tour because it's spray painted sloppily on this dude's kick drum, right? And then Shayna is like, Louise, I'm so glad you could come. Here's my denim jacket. I wore this when I recorded my first album. I need you to have it. And so she does it and then spins around and becomes it's basically it's the exact same thing that happens in She's All That we make fun of all the time. Like, oh, the glasses and the overalls. They just made Robin Lively fucking hotter. Like it's so obvious from fucking the beginning of the movie that she's gonna get hot with a little spray in her hair and a little bit of fucking orange eyeshadow. Oh my God. But also, like, when she comes out at that harvest dance and she's wearing like a tutu, like a bright pink tutu, I don't know if I side with rapist nerd or not, because she does look absurd.
Yeah, but she's not, she shouldn't have been as bullied as she was in the beginning of the movie.
No, absolutely not.
Like, I didn't have any friends, but I still had people,
sock friends.
Yeah, and I had people show up to my birthday parties because either my parents or their parents were bullies. They made it clear they didn't want to be there, but someone made them go. So
that's just childhood. That's just being a responsible parent.
Yeah, that's it.
Parents listening, you know what to do.
Yeah, bully parents into making their children come to your son's birthday party.
Yeah, bully your kids into spending time with kids they don't like. They'll probably be like, and make fun of them for getting a CD for their birthday. What was that? Cuckoo Clock of Doom that they got? That he got the fucking CD. He's like, hey, don't you have this CD already?
Yeah, and then his extremely mature sister was like, he didn't even start listening to it until he started liking you. He was jerking off in his room last night. You've read Goosebumps. You know how the dialogue goes.
Oh, man. Okay, so she becomes the most popular girl in the school. And I just have a note that says, God damn, this movie is so great. But then immediately following it, I go, is she going to lose her virginity in a boarded up house? She does not lose her virginity in a boarded up house. She keeps that VCOD until at least after the movie's over. But Brad is like sweating. His face is like, I'm guessing that they were on site for this, and it was like 90 degrees outside, hotter in this boarded up room with lights on him. And Brad's just like, do I have to kiss Robin Lively anymore? Can I please stop?
That was intense. Intense kissing.
Yeah, she's like rubbing his like fucking back muscles, and he's just kissing her neck.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty. I mean, like I remember kissing girls in high school, and I loved kissing necks, but I didn't have a back like that. No girl touched. Okay, listen, I have been making out with one person for the last decade, and she's never touched my back like that. She's touched my back, but never so like, oh my God, look at your sexy muscles. So Brad, you can go fuck yourself. So it's Louise Mania at school because she is now the most popular girl in the school. So they so Brad asks her to the prom, I believe, right? That's prom. This movie spans an entire year.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I picked it, or because this was my fault, right? Like I picked this movie for us for our Halloween non-horror.
Well, no. I presented it because we had kind of ran out of like Halloween ones that we were interested in talking about. So we
Kids'
were
Halloween
looking
movies.
for like like kids movies that you would watch at Halloween. Didn't have to necessarily be a Halloween movie, I think.
And we ended up here.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't completely my fault that Brian was an unhappy camp for an hour and 37 minutes.
Look,
I wasn't
I'm happy to blame you. Like,
for once, right? Because it's usually I'm knocking it out of the park, and you're like, "Hey, let's watch the thing that we're watching in 2 weeks, Scott."
Yeah, like I enjoyed watching it, but I can't get on here and say that it was a good movie because it wasn't.
I mean, it's not like Schindler's fucking List, but it's great. It's better than Ernest Scared Stupid, and I love Ernest Scared Stupid. I can't ever watch it again.
Better. How dare you?
It's more entertaining, I think. Ernest Scared Stupid
show
is
some respect to the fucking dead.
Yeah.
Zelda Rubinstein's not alive anymore, is she?
She plays a villain in this. Ernest is an American hero and treasure.
Oh.
I cannot wait until Patreon votes for us to watch Ernest Goes to Jail.
Oh, God. I didn't even watch that as a kid.
Oh, it's the best one.
No, Ernest Scared Stupid is the best one. We've already discussed it. All right. Anyway.
No, because Ernest Goes to Jail. Every time that I watch Ernest, I'm like, I wish there was 2 of them. Give me 2. And then they're like, well, here comes Ernest Goes to Jail.
This is the best episode we've ever done.
I can't even wait to see what it sounds like when you edit. All right. So they go to prom, but Louise is upset because she doesn't want Brad to love her because it's hard being the most popular girl in school. I would know because I was too. Anyway, so she goes stag. And so she's also, we haven't mentioned the fact that she and her best friend, who I never even wrote her name down, who does the top that second verse.
I want to say it's like Marcy.
Something. It doesn't matter. I mean, it really doesn't matter. The fact that I got Louise and Brad is enough for me. So they go to prom separately, and then they like sort of fix things. Not really, but then her friend goes and dances with top that guy, and they like figure shit out. And then random guy who's going to impregnate Louise twice, according to Zelda Rubinstein, which really fucking grosses me out. Like, it just really it put this stain on this last scene for me because so I've seen about 90% of this movie in pieces on YouTube. I'd never seen it chronologically, and I had never seen a couple of the little filler scenes that are just not that funny. So this is my first full watch, and knowing the fact that she's going to get impregnated by this guy twice really bothers me. So anyway, we have a final synchronized dance when she meets her future husband / father of her children, who he's going to do all sorts of weird sex stuff to her, but she's only 16 and a half years old. So anyway, that's Teen Witch. Awesome musical from 1989. Brian, I hope that you come back to it someday and understand the wonder that is Teen Witch.
I have a weird feeling that if you watched this one with Jade, it would be like Basket Case 3, where Jade was like, I like it.
I don't know. Jade was not digging whatever.
Rock and Roll Nightmare.
Yeah, no. And I couldn't pay attention.
I'm just saying, I would love to know if Jade ends up loving this movie. It'd be like, yeah, I had to watch fucking Teen Witch, and she's like, oh, I love that movie. My favorite movies as a kid.
Zelda Rubinstein.
Honestly, she would have
wanna be. Get it, takes me to Teen Witch.
I lost you there. Anyway, so what was your guys' double features?
I'm not going to go first because I keep stealing
I want to go
Scott's.
first. I want to go first. So I have a really, really weird double feature for this, okay? Because it's what I watched yesterday before watching this movie today. I just watched this week, like 2 days ago, watched Teen Witch today, and it was unintentional watching 2 witch movies, and I really just want to bring people back to real life. Well, sort of real life. So maybe you start with this other movie and then you're like, oh, you're sad? Fuck it. We're going to watch Teen Witch. And they're like, it can't get any more ridiculous than the last thing we just watched. So have you guys ever heard of the movie I believe it's from Spain, called Witching and Bitching?
No.
I have, and I've heard that it's surprisingly good despite the stupid name.
Oh, it's a terrible name. It's kind of... It feels like What We Do in the Shadows, not quite as on the nose, but I think that's also because it's in Spanish. You know, like there's definitely a cultural divide there, and there's kind of a language barrier because I watched it with subtitles. And so maybe a couple of jokes are just like more culturally relevant, but it's a really weird, pretty awesome kind of gross witch movie. I highly recommend you guys check it out if you're in the mood for something kind of bombastic and off the wall. It's not something that we could actually discuss on the podcast because it's too serious and self-aware to be like a horror movie night pick, but also not quite as over the top as what we do for modern horror, like Patchwork. So Witching and Bitching, I think it's 2015 or something like that. It's close, whatever. I mean, it was a couple years ago. Watch that. You're like, wow, that was weird. And then you're like, you ain't seen nothing yet, bitches. And you watch fucking Teen Witch. And you have a good night on your hands.
That sounds like a fun Friday.
I'll go next.
That's a Tuesday.
Because you'd think that I would pick Teen Wolf. But I'm not going to pick that. I'm going to pick Teen Wolf 2, spelled T-O-O. Sorry.
Wait. Is that the one with the guy from Sliders? Like fucking the guy from Can't Hardly Wait?
No.
Jason Bateman.
This is Jason Bateman, from Arrested Development.
Okay. I don't know what I expected.
In this one, he's a werewolf, but instead of playing basketball, he's a boxer.
Oh, God. So I've never seen Teen Wolf 2. Should I bother?
It's charming.
Well, is it as charming as Teen Witch though? That's the real question.
No. So I'll read you the plot outline as written on the back of the Scream Factory Blu-ray that I'm holding. Jason Bateman stars as Todd Howard, a Hamilton University freshman with a full athletic scholarship. Only Todd has no clue why, since he's more interested in veterinary medicine than sports. But his boxing coach, Bobby Finstock, is very familiar with Howard's family secret and is hoping he can use it to his advantage. Then the whole school, including Todd, finds out that he's a werewolf with superhuman abilities. Todd's popularity skyrockets and he becomes the big wolf on campus. If you've ever wanted to see Jason Bateman in a werewolf costume boxing, then yeah, it's pretty good. But
I love werewolf movies, but Matt, you know me probably better than most.
Yeah, so the only person who comes back from the original Teen Wolf is Francis from Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Not for sale, Francis.
Here's some blood gum. We have to talk about that movie. It is a horror movie.
Yeah,
that's gotta be one because
we've
been
discussing this for 6 months.
You won't hear a negative thing.
Yeah, Francis isn't available right now. He's taking his bath. Oh, really? Where are they hosing him out?
You get to drink from the fire hose.
Yeah, wrong movie, but I still love it. Brian, go ahead.
So I don't know what I would do first. I'd probably want to see who my friends are. So I'd put on Teen Witch and I'd let all the fake friends scurry out and be like, it's not worth hanging out with this guy. And then I have my real friends and I'm going to say, let's watch The Witches because this is also about
nice.
Witches. But it's a cute little film, and there's a mouse and a talking mouse, much like Mouse on the Motorcycle, and it's got a lot of It's got Mr. Bean, and they're gonna be like, boom, Mr. Bean, I'm sold because everyone loves Mr. Bean, and that's my double feature.
So the witches scared the piss out of me as a kid.
Yeah, it's disturbing as all hell.
It really is. It's great.
It's the 1-2 punch of like them tearing off their faces to reveal the witch faces underneath, and then followed immediately by the kid turning into like a puppet mouse, because it's not like they just like flash some magic at him and then they cut away and then cut back and there's a mouse, but there's like a couple shots of like a half human, half puppet creature, and you're just like, ah! Like, it's so creepy.
When was the last time you saw it?
Pretty recently, because I watched it as a kid and it scared me so bad that I didn't watch it again until like college. and then I bought it maybe like 3 or 4 years ago and watched it then. But it's been a bit.
I don't know if it's less scary or more scary, but I watched it about a year ago with John and Kat, and the fact that half the witches are just men when they pull off their wigs. If you look in the crowd, it's just like Kyle Gass looking men. Some haven't even shaved their beard. They're just there as extras. It kind of makes it more scary.
I don't know. Megan and I watched half of The Witches last year, and still pretty disturbing, but not. We didn't get to some of the more disturbing scenes, so I don't know, man. Like it's not something that I really. It just gives me this sense of foreboding in the pit of my stomach, you know.
Yeah, I'm not I own it. I don't watch it much because it kind of. I mean, Jim Henson was always kind of good at making things that were really disturbing for children. But anyway, that was Teen Witch, not The Witches, from 1989. Halloween is now today. I mean, by the time you're listening to this, you might have even already finished all your trick-or-treating, which, sad. We have to wait another couple days. But you only have to wait about 2 days for another episode of Horror Movie Night. And man, we're going to have a howling good time talking about that movie. So tune in. And in the meantime, check out hmnpodcast.com because, we're pretty cool and we got a good site and we got some good people and we're on Spotify and all that other good jazz. And that's all I got to say right now. So I'm hot. You're not. So if you go on our website, won't you give us one shot?
Pretty good.
Not as funny.
Yeah.
I don't want to be funny as much as I don't. I want to be funny.
I know. I'll cut it. But man,
allinternal.com is no longer
that was so fucking vulgar. It caught me off guard. The filthiest thing I think you've ever said on this show.
Oh man, just wait for Mania in the spring. I'll just drench you in disgusting terms.
Side note, do you think it'd be really funny though if the after credits I just play us talking about how filthy it was, but never tell them or play them what it was?
Yes. Do it. We haven't done a fucking
like a zinger at the end.
Yeah, man. We haven't done that in like a year and a half. Let's do that.
You're listening to the Geekscape Network. You're listening to the Geekscape Network.